Give us free. Give us free.
If we are to have any semblance of order in this court, Your Honor.
Give us free. Give us free.
Yeah, they gonna give us free. That's what Hollywood say when it's time to pay black people. Give us free. We all saw the Taraji P. Henson interview.
And I heard on the street, Taraji, you had the audacity to say you're thinking about stopping acting. We said, stop talking. Are you thinking about it?
I'm just tired of working so hard, being gracious at what I do, getting paid a fraction of the cost. I'm tired of hearing my sisters say the same thing over and over. You get tired. I hear people go, you work a lot.
Yeah.
Well, have to. The math ain't mathin'.
I've never once heard or seen a white actress or actor crying in a live interview about being underpaid. And now we got Djimon Hounsou saying the same thing.
Where Steven Spielberg, used me for this film, and even though I successfully did that, they just didn't feel like I was an actor for whom we should pay any respect to. So this conceptual idea of diversity and all that, it still has a long way to go. Systemic racism don't change like that anytime soon. I mean, I'm still struggling trying to make a living.
After 30 years in this business?
After, 30 years, let's say like maybe the first 10 years was really trying to, sort of acclimate myself to the industry.
And establish yourself.
Establish myself. I've been in this business and making films now over 2 decades, and still, with 2 Oscar nominations, been in many big blockbuster films, and yet I'm still struggling financially to make a living.
20 to 30 years in the film industry. Is this a coincidence? I spoke about this in the previous propaganda video, and I said many of these black actors and actresses, if they could speak out and say what's really going on and what's been going on in Hollywood, we'd all be shot. And that video was up before he did these interviews. If you haven't seen that video, you have to see that video. I'm telling you, this is very important. Movies and television is more than just fun and entertainment. It's propaganda. And propaganda is dangerous. There is real-world consequences if you're not aware of this. But I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about in this propaganda series. Similar things happen to Monique, where they're wanting her to do things for free. Actually, they want her to come out of her own pocket. So, she spoke about it on the Steve Harvey show.
We then lose. When you called me with the morning show on the phone, I said to you, Steve, my family is suffering behind this. And y'all know I did nothing wrong. Y'all know my husband did nothing wrong. But none of y'all in real time, was strong enough to go publicly and say, we can't throw our sister under the bus.
Because, Mo, listen to me. We fighting 2 wars here.
What war?
There's 2 wars. It's what your issue is, and it's what the perception of the issue is, and the narrative has changed.
See, I'm hearing what you're saying, baby, and I agree with it when the narrative changes. But if all of y'all said, this is the only issue I have with it, baby, when all of y'all said privately, to include Oprah, all of y'all said privately, I've done nothing wrong.
When you tell the truth, you have to deal with the repercussions of the truth. We black out here. We can't come out here and do it any kind of way we want to. Listen to me. Your husband can't be the Sidney that he really is out here.
Let me tell you something.
That flexing, we got to flex a different way. We out here in a game. This the money game. This ain't the black man's game. This ain't the white man's game.
It's
This
the
the
money
money
game.
game.
But
We in the money game. And
We're
you
in the money
cannot
game.
sacrifice yourself. The best thing you can do for
This
poor
why I
people is
love my
not be one
brother.
of them. You cannot
We're
help
in the money
them
game,
more.
but let me tell you what the game is
Cannot
before the
help
money
them
game.
like this.
Before the money game, it's called the integrity game. And we've lost the integrity worrying about the money.
The thing is, black people don't have the money to fund these projects. In order to fund these projects, they need white corporate dollars. So, Steve is saying this is the money game, but they're getting their money from white-owned corporations. So they have all the money. It's not the money game, Steve. So you basically playing the white man's game. Because just like he said, we black out here. And this is the type of mentality that people like him think, believe that we're supposed to have. We're supposed to accept basically second-class citizenship and just do whatever you got to do by any means, even if at the expense of your own self-respect or your own people, for the sake of your success. This is, what black people in entertainment overall have to do. In that game, black people are, they're expendable. They don't care if you make it or not. They're not going to try to help you. Either you're in or you're out. Black people have always been encouraged to step over each other with no regard in America. So they claim it's not the black and white game, it's the money game. But none of you are getting paid by black people. It's not the money game you're playing. It's the white man's game. So, you get these, some people call them gatekeepers. Let's just say the hierarchy of, black people who worked their way up and made it to a certain level of success, right? And they just trying to get a project done. They might just want to get a script funded. So this script has got to be approved by a white corporation in order for you to get the money. So many times it's got to be agenda driven, some stereotypical in some way, usually something that make black people look stupid, especially black men. If that's the case, you might just get a few dollars. And that's exactly what they get, a few dollars. They give them, these small budgets, and now they got to sell the black actor and the actresses for cheap in order to get the project done. And what these white corporations is hoping to do is to make, 10 to 20 times off these smaller black budget films. So the story has got to be outrageous. Yeah, that's the difference between like Jay-Z having $1 million Hype Williams video where he on a yacht off the coast, or Chief Keef, who don't have a budget and got 20 dudes in his apartment waving guns around, jumping around. With these small budgets, you got to do something that's going to catch people's attention. Something wild usually. So we can't just have a huge budget fantasy film or something like that. Our stuff has got to be reality. You notice how all our films are always based on like some kind of reality, and it's usually dealing with overemphasizing black trauma and stereotypes. Listen to what Tyler Perry said about this.
Well, here's what a lot of people don't know. The budgets for my shows are really, really low.
Okay.
And the reason that they're so low is because being a black show, being a black writer, they do models for me. Mm-hmm. Even my movies, my budgets are really low. Mm-hmm. I see white boys walk in and they get 4 or 5 times as much as and make nowhere near.
Right.
Being black, I had to go into these rooms and try to figure out, okay, how do I make this work for me? So I was like, okay, I own the studio, I own the lights, I own the sound, I own all this stuff. So here's what I'll do. I'll go in, I'll take that lower budget, and I'll make it work. And my audience is going to show up, and they're going to make it work, and they're going to make it a hit.
So this is what is happening, and what has been happening for a long time. Black actors and actresses are taking roles due to financial need or trying to boost their resume in Hollywood, even if the role is demeaning to black people's image. For instance, Lee Daniels gets funded for the show Empire. He hires Taraji P. Henson to play Cookie, a role that doesn't necessarily paint black women in the best light.
Tell me why I shouldn't throw this drink in your ass face.
You sure this was a good idea?
Are you sure you want this company?
Because you never get up off the floor, bitch. Look, I'm sorry. She was talking trash. Trash. No punk. Go back to jail, bitch. You were harassing me from the moment you arrived.
Same as the character Monique played in the movie Precious.
Precious! 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 Get down here! You brought that white bitch up in my house? Why would you bring that bitch up in here? I didn't bring her here. Well, why the did she ring my buzzer? I can't hear you, Precious.
Watch my first propaganda video and you'll understand why they love to see black people in this type of light. So next, they praise you with all these awards and accolades for playing this role. And then now you believe your career is on the up and up because usually when the white actors and actresses get these same awards, their careers solidified in Hollywood and they begin to make top dollar.
You're a dummy. You will never know shit. Don't nobody want you. Don't nobody need you. You done my motherfucking man and had 2 motherfucking children, and one of them is an animal running around looking crazy as a motherfucker. You know what? See, I think...
You ever notice when a black actor or actress plays one of these types of roles, the movie always gets awards and nominations, or they're given an award, usually. Think about it. These type of roles that serves its purpose to demean the image of black people. But when it comes down to really elevating you in your career, they don't really respect you as a well-rounded actor or actress. And you're left wondering why they continually don't want to pay you. Because like Steve Harvey says,
we black out here.
This has been the sad reality of being black in Hollywood, of being black in America. And nobody really gonna talk about it, but we gonna talk about it. And we gonna do something about it. So stand with us. Like and subscribe to the video. Donate to the channel. The link is above. It helps us continually bring this truth and we got some big things in store. So together we can do it. So if you like this type of content, check out this next video right here. You're gonna like this one. So once again, thank you for tuning in and I'm gonna see you all next time. Peace.